I, Microbita of Raining Soup Pictures, believe with all of my heart in a freedom of expression, in a freedom of film. That every man, woman, and child has the freedom to tell a story visually, cinematically, and I would do anything to preserve that right. But Steven Spielberg wants to take that right away from our citizens. Steven Spielberg sets the bar so high on what makes a quality film quality that the average US citizen just can't compete creatively. And is this the man that we want setting our standards in cinema? Somebody who's gonna tell our aspiring filmmaking youth that this is not an art form that is easy? Something that not everybody has the tenacity or the creative capacity to do? That we shouldn't just sit by and accept films like The Apparition or That's My Boy simply on the grounds that they're not good? Well, that seems to be exactly what Steven Spielberg is saying in his new film, Lincoln. A film which chronicles Abraham Lincoln's push to pass the 13th Amendment and abolish slavery. Now, this is a film which, thanks to history books, we already know the ending to. A film which Steven Spielberg could have very well produced as a cheesy, Little House on the Prairie style historical biopic without an ounce of suspense or drama in it. That's what most filmmakers would have done with the subject matter. But Spielberg? No. Spielberg had to overextend himself. He had to rub his superior filmmaking abilities in our faces and create a nail-biter out of a story that we already knew the ending to. He manipulated us emotionally. And speaking of manipulation, don't even get me started on Daniel Day-Lewis, an actor who's more chameleon than he is man. A man who went above and beyond Spielberg's ability to emotionally manipulate us and actually brainwashed us into believing that the man we were watching on screen was not in fact Daniel Day-Lewis, but Abraham Lincoln himself. A performance which will almost certainly swipe away the Academy Award from any number of other actors who gave easily more attainable performances. This artistic ability of Mr. Daniels borders on witchcraft. And you'll never believe the other actors who were involved in this scheme. Tommy Lee Jones, Sally Field, John Hawkes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, James Spader. The list goes on and on. All well-oiled cogs of Spielberg's manipulation machine. But don't just take my word for it. I encourage every one of you to go and see this abomination for yourself. See the horror that is the quality of cinema. That is Steven Spielberg's Lincoln.